So now we're going to add some text content to our course, and there's a couple different types of text content. The first is what's called an inline text item, and what this is it's going to be text that shows directly on the course page. And so typically this is just sort of informational or announcement type items. Sometimes though people will use this for things like lists of videos and things like that as well. So for example, if we give this a title, give it some text, you can also create attach like a list of files to an inline text item if you want to. And then we can select our dates, and I'm just going to say show this always, and I don't really need this on the calendar. So let's create the item, and there you go, title text showing on the course page. Now again, something else that people do use this for, like I mentioned, is video lists. So like here is a text item where the person has created a list of video links. So these are all links to YouTube, and whenever there's a link to YouTube, the system will automatically add this little plus sign watch video thing here. So all this item is, if I was to modify it, is a list of links to YouTube videos. Okay. So there's an example of an inline text item. Next we'll look at a link item. So a link item is, as the name applies, a link to something, and there's a few different versions of a link item. So the first we're going to look at is called a page of text. So you can put a summary here, which will show up on the course page. And then for the link type, we're going to select page of text. And then we could type out whatever we want to type out, or copy paste a bunch of text in here. And again, I'm going to select show always here. And that will create a link here on the main course page, and when we click on that link, it's going to show that text that we typed in. So this is a nice way to just put some text information into your course that's separated off on a separate page, so it's not, taking up room on the course page. A second type of link item would be a web link, and so this lets you put in a link to a website or well, anything on the internet that has a link, and you put in the URL or the address of the link, and that's it. And now this link will take us to Google. And so that would be a web link type of link item. The next type would be a file link. So this is handy if you want to upload a file for your students and it's just one file. So for example, I could come in here and grab maybe a PDF file or something like that, and hopefully this will upload, and hit save changes. And now it's uploaded that file. If I click on that, it opens up the file. Okay, so that's a handy way to just put a link to whatever kind of document you want to put in there. Again, that's one of the link types. You may have noticed that there is one other type called external tool. Generally, you won't be needing to use that, so I'm not going to talk about that here. With any of these text items, there is the option to, of course, control it by dates, but also if you wanted to put it on the calendar to make sure students saw it, you can select a date and give it a calendar tag. That's the thing that will show up on the calendar, so that it will show up that way. Okay, and so those are inline text and link items. Again, inline text and link items.